What's happening, Expeditioners? It's Pete here with my book, Amazing Money Stories, True Tales of Greed, Generosity, Success, and Luck. Want to read to you another chapter. This one is actually chapter 14 called A Country Wedding. It was the kind of fairy tale love story that seemed almost too perfect for the real world. She was a woman of grace, refinement, and quiet strength. He was an unassuming college student, charming yet decidedly ordinary. Their worlds couldn't have been more different, yet fate brought them together on the tree-lined paths of Tokyo's International Christian University. For Mako, her college days were meant to be focused on diligent study, sharpening her intellect among the city's academic elite. The last thing she expected was to find herself falling for a classmate, a man who would change the trajectory of her carefully curated life. His name was Komuro, and from their first encounter, there was an undeniable spark of connection. Their shared passions for art, literature, and culture blossomed into a romance that burned with the intensity of 1,000 suns. Sneaking moments together between lectures and study sessions turned into heart-to-heart conversations that revealed profound bonds of the soul. But this was no ordinary college courtship. Mako came from a world of unimaginable privilege, raised behind castle walls, with a life mapped out by the weight of centuries-old tradition. In truth, she was a princess in the Japanese Imperial Family, the eldest granddaughter of Emperor Akito himself. Kai, for all his charms, was a commoner in the strictest sense. A union between them would defy all precedents for the strict monarchist society. When news of their relationship inevitably spread, it sparked an uproar that reverberated through the imperial palaces and shocked the Japanese people. Under the nation's current laws, a princess who chooses to marry a non-royal like Kai will be stripped of her sovereign status and family title. The sacrifice will cast her out of the opulent life she knew, trading grand traditions for a humble existence. For years, Mako and Kai weathered the intense scrutiny and initial resistance from the imperial family. However, their love proved unshakable despite the immense pressure. In 2021, they announced their decision. Mako would become a commoner to comply with the imperial household law and wed her college sweetheart. In that fateful moment, Mako turned her back on the world of lavish royal palaces, priceless heirlooms, and a lifestyle providing her every indulgence by an attentive team of palace staffers. The spotlight of being a working royal, appearing in elegant kimonos at ceremonial events, would give way to a path of her own choosing with Kai. It was a controversial, highly personal resolution that both elevated and shattered traditions. For Mako, the greatest riches were found not in sovereign status, but in the simplicity of choosing one's own partner. Their modern-day fairy tale proved that even for a real princess, the greatest happiness can come from the most humble love story. So this is an interesting story because there are so many things that this makes me think of. Obviously, the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle situation I think of sometimes, but it's almost the exact opposite. I know they left the royal family, but it's like they wanted to hold on to everything about the royal family. In fact, one of the huge differences here is that when you leave the royal family in Japan, and this is just my understanding from reading about this and remembering it from news in the years past, was that the royal family gave them or offered them $1 million, I don't know, 100 million yen or whatever it comes out to, when she departed the royal family as a seed for their new life. And that would be the last money she would ever get from the royal family. And interestingly, they turned it down. So it's really my understanding that they are living as commoners, that they both have to work to bring in money, to pay their rent, to buy their house, to put their kids through school. So in the truest sense of the word, they truly left that royal family and are living the life that they said that they would embrace. On the Meghan Markle side, I feel like it's totally different. They left the royal family, not being forced out, but want to hold on to the titles and the money and the lavish lifestyle and all that. So it's like completely the opposite. I feel like there's a higher priority on the royal stuff than there is on actually just having a happy life. So good on them. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I think I could do it if I were coming from a rich family and going to a poor family, because maybe you're thinking in the back of your mind, oh man, my family's rich. If something were ever to happen, I couldn't afford a surgery, or, I got into some trouble, someone would come help me out because of the love there. But I can tell you, as someone who's worked hard and had nothing and been broke and clawed my way out of it, I probably would have taken that $1 million when I separated too. So it's good on someone who's had a taste of that life and decided, hey, I want to live my fullest life. I want to have what I want to have. I want to have love. I feel like I found it, and be able to say, hey, the money be damned, I will go and do that. So, man, I'm really impressed by that. That's why I put this story in there. But you got to wonder too, Kai or K, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but man, if you had someone that's giving up all that, I don't know. I mean, you love them, but isn't there some part of you that also says, dude, you're entitled to some of that? This is a big decision. Obviously, didn't we all see the movie Overboard, right? Are you going to leave all that? So anyway, I thought it's an interesting story, true life story. Not someone turning into a princess, not someone becoming part of the royal family, but totally the opposite direction. Hope it was entertaining. I'll see you later.